Kim and I got married on November 4th, 1978, and we lived at 175 Lott Street in Brooklyn. There's Butter. Butter lived with us for several years as a young boy. We love Butter. And there's Kim waving back there with Tiffany. And we lived there for many years, and these were some pretty good times for us. We had just got married. This is 1979, this year here. And there's Robert running out there. And our goal was basically to give the kids a great life. You know, we loved each other very much, and we wanted the kids to just have the things that we didn't have. And life was a little easy back then. There's Carlos, and Carlos was my main man. They called him CeeLo's, B-God, and he hung out with our family quite a bit. We actually accept him as part of our family. The kids acknowledge him as Uncle Carlos. There's Trina, and she lived down the street, and Tiffany's godparents were her mother and father, Red and Brenda, and several years later Trina died from complications due to sickle cell. So here's Trina and Kim at the beach. This is at Coney Island Beach, and that's something we always did. That's me on the rocks right there. And we always took the kids to Coney Island. Either it was to the beach or either to the amusement park. And they were always surprised because we'd get them on a train and we'd be riding, and they could see the rides from the train by the time we approached Coney Island. And they were always excited about that. There's Tiffany right there. And like I said, Carlos was a part of our family. The kids love him. They've grown to know him as Uncle Carlos. We haven't seen him in a while. We miss him very much. There's Carlos and Tiffany. Looking forward to try to hook up with Carlos when we can. So we miss him. And he was very affectionate to Tiff. He loved her. And all the kids love Carlos. They do all kind of crazy stuff to him. And he is part of our family, and the kids recognize him as Uncle Carlos. He's always been good. And there's Tiff and Carlos right there. And there's Natasha and there's Trina. And so, you know, Natasha lived downstairs with her mother. It was a Haitian family. And Kim took care of her. And, you know, their family was going through some things, so they didn't have a whole lot. And so Kim kind of spent a lot of time with Natasha and took care of her. And mostly she went with us several places. There's Tiffany running across the beach. And, you know, we took her there because we want all the kids to kind of, you know, we wanted to kind of create some memories. And Kim always encouraged Tiffany to dance, and she had this shake a booty dance that she used to do. So if you look close, here's Tiffany doing her shake a booty dance. That's my Tiff, shake a booty. Robert, he didn't like the water that much. He was a sand crab. So he would actually stay on the beach and not be wet and try to stay dry when he could. And here's Butter. And Butter grew up with our family, and we raised Butter for several years. I actually taught Butter how to play the bass guitar, and he turned out to be one of the greatest bass players around. He toured to Tokyo and did all of that stuff with a lot of bands and did recordings and all. And so here's Robert on the beach again. So Kim was very gentle, and she took care of this young girl for the family downstairs. And like I said, you know, she took this little girl with us everywhere we went, and she made her part of the family. And our job was basically just to try to, like I said, create memories and give these kids a good life. So that's something that we did. You see Tiffany jumping around. They always loved the beach. We always had a good time at the Coney Island. So I'm just glad that I'm able to share some of these vintage films with you. I'm going to be doing this as the Vintage Family Film Series. So just keep your eyes open, keep on watching, and we'll see you next time around.